Hello everyone, I'm Mary and I'm very happy to be back on YouTube after some weeks off. Loads of amazing teachers sent me messages during this week on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm really sorry for the delay in uploading this video, but as you can see here, I was a bit busy having my third child last week. Right, so in my previous video, I mentioned that I was going to be talking about TEFL courses. So if you're thinking about starting a career as an English teacher, working for an online company as an English teacher, teaching abroad, so maybe in Asia or in Latin America, or maybe you just want to take a short course before deciding if this career is right for you. So in these cases, just stay tuned because this video is definitely going to help you. First things first, what does TEFL stand for? So TEFL is an acronym for Teaching English as a Foreign Language. It refers to teaching English in a country where English is not a primary language. There are loads of different providers out there offering different levels of TEFL courses, and there is a huge disparity in cost. So in this video, I'm just going to be focusing on TEFL courses that are entry level, 120 hours long, and online, which means no in-class experience. Bear in mind, I do recommend that you take a further qualification after your TEFL course, such as CELTA or the Trinity Certiso, but this is a topic for another video. So for a while, I've been researching the best options in the market. I've been talking to loads of teachers on social media. I've been talking to friends that are also teachers, comparing the results, comparing the requirements of online companies and top destinations for English teachers. So what do they ask for? What do they need you to have in your TEFL course? So after some months of very active research, I decided to partner up with 3 companies, and the things that I really took into consideration to decide, were content, job assistance, accreditation, and the post-course support. So the first company I picked as being one of the best value for money is TEFL UK. They are an award-winning British company. They're based in Manchester and they offer several types of TEFL courses. Right, going for their website, if we click here, we can see all the courses they offer. And as I said, we are just going to be focusing on 120-hour courses today. So if we click on it, we are going to be able to see all the information about the course. So the first thing I would say, it's a very important thing to consider, is the modules that they offer. So if we scroll down, we can see the course itinerary here. As you can see, they offer 13 modules, right? I've been through some of their material and I really found it very good. I've talked to people that are taking their courses as well, and they really like the material because apart from having basic skills, so for example, you have to learn how to teach listening, reading, writing, they also teach you very practical things. Okay, so for example, classroom survival tips. So how can you manage a classroom, if you have behavior problems, or even if it's an online classroom, some tips for you to manage the students if you've got a group of people. Okay, so of course they also teach you how to lesson plan, how to build a good and efficient lesson plan, and some other very nice things such as games. How can you use games to to really engage your students, and very practical tips. Their course is self-paced, so you've got 12 months to complete it. If you cannot make it, you can pay a small fee and they give you some extra months, for you to complete it. But really, if you work hard, I would say you could do it in 4 or 5 weeks, okay? Even less. It depends on your availability, if you're working, if you really need to do it fast. So it's going to depend on your situation. Okay, you don't need any previous qualification to take this course. The only requirement is that, of course, you have to have an advanced level of English or near native level of English. So TEFL UK sends you the certificate 3 days after the completion of the course. And what I find very important is that they've got a dedicated job placement service. So basically after the course, the post-course support is amazing. After the course, they can help you to get a job. So if you see their website, if you go through it, you're going to see they've got opportunities in loads of countries. So if you're planning to teach in Japan, Korea, or Spain, where I am at the moment, or Indonesia, or even Latin America, they can help you with these teaching opportunities. Okay, so if you go for the website, you can see some of vacancies that are available at the moment. So for example, look, we've got 2 for Hong Kong at the moment, or if we go back, we can say they've got internships as well, so maybe you don't want to do this as a job yet, you just want to be a volunteer and do like an internship for some time to get some experience before really teaching, and they help you with that. And this is an internationally recognized certificate, so it's going to open loads of doors. The 2 other things I would like to highlight about TEFL UK is, as you can see here, they are going to give you free lesson plan ebook. So basically, these are ready to use lesson plans. And if you are a teacher, you know that this is going to save you loads of time. Okay, and if you are a newbie, believe me, this is going to help you a lot. Right, and the last thing is I find very beautiful that they collaborate with a humanitarian agency called Concern. So this is an agency that they are helping people all around the world. They just want to end poverty. So every course you buy, every course TEFL UK sells, they give this agency £2, which is very nice. It's very good to know that we are contributing, to help people. Great. So they are very well structured and organized, and you can find them on social media as well. So they've got a big community on Facebook, as you can see here. They've got a page on Instagram, of course, so you can go and check their photos and see some teachers, what they're doing after the course. And they also have a YouTube channel with some reviews and just some information about the courses. Okay, so don't forget that I partnered up with this company. So if you use the link that's going to be in my description, you are going to have a discounted price. Okay, so go and check it. The second company I would like to recommend is the TEFL Wings Institute of Ireland. So this course provider is based in Dublin and offers entry-level, level 5 and specialist teaching courses. Well, going through the website, if you click here, you're going to be able to see all the courses they offer. But again, today we are just going to be talking about a 120-hour Premier TEFL course accredited, which is an entry-level TEFL course. Right, so if you click on it, we are going to scroll down, and then first thing you can see the information about the course, what is it about, and you can see all the benefits that they offer. So for example, you're going to have a personal online TEFL tutor supporting you. So if you've got further questions, if you got stuck, basically you can just reach out to this person and they are going to be there to help you. You've got 6 months to complete this course, but as I said before, if you work hard, probably you are going to be able to do it in 3 or 4 weeks. Okay, another great thing about them is that they give you a letter of reference. So even if you're not an experienced teacher, if you need a letter of reference for a possible employer, basically they just can refer you. Okay, so that's a very nice thing. If we go through the modules, so we can click on course content, we are going to see that they split their modules in 10. Right, so again, we've got the basic stuff. So they're going to teach you how to teach receptive skills, which are reading and listening. They're going to teach you how to teach productive skills, so speaking and writing, teaching pronunciation, teaching grammar, and they are going to show you the role of a teacher. So if you are a newbie, that's a very important one, right? So you know exactly how to behave, how to manage students, and this kind of stuff. So anyone with fluent level of English can enroll in one of their courses, and become like a confident teacher within some weeks. So they also offer job support. So if you check the TEFL jobs here, the session, you are going to find loads of opportunities, employment opportunities in different countries such as Thailand, China, Japan. And the nice thing is that they are partners with some of online companies. So for example, Magic Years or Education First. Okay, and a very nice thing about their website is they've got this career center section, and basically they give tips to new teachers. So you're going to find loads of videos here. Look, if you scroll down, you are going to see they've got videos showing you how to, what documents do you need if you're going to teach abroad, or how can you check the contracts to make sure you are not signing something that it's not really a good deal. Okay, so loads of tips here. You can look into them and you can learn how to be a better teacher. And as expected, of course, they are on social media, so you can check their Facebook page, you can check their Instagram page with loads of nice stuff, and they also have a YouTube channel where you can watch loads of former students talking about their opinions, so reviews, testimonials, and a bit of more information about the course. Again, don't forget, I partnered up with this company, so in the description, the link is there, and you are going to be able to buy this course with a discounted price, okay? And the last one I picked as being a great course provider is an International Open Academy. So different to the other two companies, they offer a broad range of different e-learning classes, so not only TEFL courses, right? So if you go to the website, you're going to see that they've got courses on technology, hospitality, digital marketing, and more. But one of their most popular courses is their 120-hour TEFL certificate. So they're also based in Dublin. And if we go through their website, so we'll be able to see some information about the 120-hour TEFL certificate. So for example, you are going to be learning how to manage a classroom or how to motivate students, basics of the linguistics. And if we look into their models, so again, their models are split in 10. So basic things, reading, writing, speaking, listening, so all the skills that you have to be able to teach your students, plus some other stuff. For example, how to motivate them, understanding cultural background. So that's very important, if you are not teaching someone from your nationality, of the same nationality, and or what else, pedagogy, you see, so understanding motivation, standards and objectives, following a curriculum. So loads of practical things here as well. Okay, so the thing with International Open Academy is they are offering loads of different courses on different topics. They don't have a job career support center, so you are not going to be able to find employment opportunities through this website. But the advantage of it is sometimes they've got very, very good deals financially wise. So what you can do is, again, I'm going to put the link in the description so you can just check. Sometimes this course is sold as cheap as 23 euros, so it depends, of course. I'm talking about a specific promotion, but you can also check, you can always check and see if they've got a discounted price. And of course, with my link, you're going to have even more discount, okay? So they've got a Facebook page as well, they've got an Instagram page as well, and they are internationally recognized, okay? So go and check them out. Right, so remember that you can always take more than the 120-hour course. If you want, you can take an extra 30 hours of business English, or you can take teaching kids or teaching exams. So it depends on your goals. It depends on where you're planning to teach. Okay, so these are my recommendations. Remember that they are recommendations based on reviews, friends that are also teachers, opinions, and my research. Okay, so I hope they help you. I hope you're going to be able to find your TEFL course, and happy teaching. Thank you, guys.